Hey guys, I'm going to be describing how to check a capacitor for an HVAC unit. This particular capacitor is typically found on an indoor blower motor for a furnace or possibly an AC. This is a run capacitor, meaning it's less than 70 microfarads. Microfarads is here listed on the name tag. That's the microfarad rating, that MFD. This one is a 440 volt VAC rather, 370 to 440 volt. As far as capacitors go, if you replace a capacitor, you can go with the same voltage or higher voltage rating, and that is right below the microfarad label there. But you can go the same or higher on your voltage. You can't go lower. If you go lower, that capacitor will burn out on you. But the importance of testing capacitors and getting them replaced when they are bad is that a bad capacitor will cause a motor to fail prematurely. And with a capacitor, that's a fairly cheap repair as opposed to a blower, and it's something that's an easy step to make sure that an HVAC unit continues to run properly. So I'm going to show you. Here's a multimeter. This is a Klein multimeter. This isn't the one that I use day to day. This is just the one that I use around the house. But what we want to do is set it to microfarads here, MFD. Once we're set to microfarads, we'll go ahead and set both leads across these bad boys here. And if you're testing inside of a unit, it's best that you disconnect power to the unit, because some units will be constantly hot to the capacitors, and of course you don't want to shock yourself. It's best to go ahead and disconnect those leads and make sure that you're able to get a proper reading. Because if you don't disconnect them, you need to disconnect at least one of them to get a good reading. Might as well disconnect the other one and kill power to the unit. So we've got 10.72 ringing out on this capacitor, maybe 10.07. This one is rated 4, and there's a rating on here that shows you the tolerances of what's acceptable for the capacitor. So this is plus 10%, minus 5%. We're a little over, which isn't a bad thing at all. We're definitely not over by 10%. If we were over by 10%, we'd be sitting at 11 microfarads. So this capacitor is good, and this one would be just fine. It's actually brand new out of the box, but just wanted to show the process. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks.